People are nothing but tools to be used in the grand scheme of power. And today, we will dissect one of the most profound yet underestimated tools in the arsenal of the shinobi world, the Will of Fire. Welcome to this analysis. Let's peel back the layers of this so-called philosophy, the Will of Fire, and expose it for what it truly is, a naive and flawed belief system that has shackled generations of shinobi to a cycle of endless sacrifice. Hashirama Senju, the man who foolishly believed that love and bonds could forge peace in a world of perpetual conflict. The Will of Fire was his desperate attempt to bind the weak together under the guise of unity and strength. But in truth, it was nothing more than an idealistic dream, destined to fail. Peace built on love. A fantasy. The world is rooted in hatred and power, not in the fleeting emotions of the heart. Hashirama's Will of Fire seeks to pass on the torch of hope, yet all it does is fuel the flames of war. The more they cling to this illusion, the more they burn. They speak of bonds as if they are a source of strength. But bonds are chains, shackling shinobi to each other, making them weak and vulnerable. The Will of Fire promotes these bonds, convincing the masses that they are stronger together. But in reality, these connections only lead to pain, betrayal, and loss. Bonds create expectations, and when those expectations are shattered, it breeds hatred, a hatred that is far more potent than any bond. This is the true face of the Will of Fire, a cycle of love leading to pain, and pain leading to hatred. The very thing they claim to fight against. Sacrifice, the cornerstone of this ideology. They glorify those who die for the village, but what do these sacrifices truly achieve? A momentary peace. A temporary delay in the inevitable. Their deaths are nothing more than stepping stones, paving the way for the next generation to follow the same doomed path. All revered as heroes, yet all fell victim to the very system they sought to protect. Their sacrifices, meaningless. They didn't bring peace, only more pain. The Will of Fire asks for sacrifice, but in return, it only gives more suffering, while the Will of Fire clings to the illusions of peace and love. I have embraced the truth. Power is the only reality. Power controls everything in this world, life, death, even the very concept of peace. The only way to end this cycle of suffering is through true power, not these sentimental ideals. The weak will always be crushed underfoot by the strong. This is the natural order. It's time to wake up from the dream of the Will of Fire and face the reality of power. Only then can true peace be achieved, not through love, but through control. Through domination. The Will of Fire has failed. It will continue to fail as long as the world is governed by emotions. But in the world of my creation, there will be no more pain, no more suffering. All will be unified under one will, my will. Remember, in the end, only power matters. Everything else is just an illusion.